Hey everybody, it's Editing Sherry here, and I'm talking over myself working here just to kind of introduce this video clip because I shot this all in one long go under one night, and I just broke this up into chunks to make it a little bit more manageable. So I'm putting together the covers on this book. This is my great couch procrastination project. I'm a little intimidated by getting into the couch itself, and so I'm putting it off, as you do. But I wanted to do something, and I wanted to make some videos, so I'm making a book and showing you how I make my books. So hopefully you find that interesting. Again, this is part 2 in the series. If you find it interesting and you've missed part 1, you can find a link down in the description box, or you can find it on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so that you never miss an episode. So without any further ado, I will return you back to the program already in progress. You can't stop me. Okay, now we laminate, and as I was saying, I think I'm going to take a page out of the Album Makers books, and I'm going to laminate these together using this tape. So this tape is very strong. I've heard some people say it's not permanent. I don't know how that's possible. Like, this stuff is super strong. Like, I don't know what you would do to get it up with. That was dirtier than I meant it to be. Sorry, children. The channel Uncle Roger. Some of those gals can, like, make a folder to go around the corner. I don't know if I'm that clever. Let me try. There's this one lady, man. She just does this, like, this. So using tape is new to me. I've only been doing it for a while. She does this so fast, and she just, like, miters these corners and then moves on. Let me see if I can get a hang of that, because it is faster to not have to tear it every time. All right. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'll do one down the middle. You want to try and touch this stuff as little as possible. I'll do one in the middle with both sides, and I'll see how I feel about that. What do you think? Should I do more? What do you think? Take a second. This is the most important part of using this tape, and maybe this is why some people are finding it to not be permanent, is you do have to do what I just did. You do have to, like, really nail it down like that. You know what? Screw it. I just opened this roll of tape. Why not? We will. I have a better one of these somewhere. I think it is in my trash can, which does not make me happy because my trash can is overflowing. So that means I have to empty the trash can. And it's full of all kinds of flotsam and jetsam. I feel better about that. How about you? Now you could put glue on top of this. And I'm thinking about it. Because here's the thing. This tape is not forgiving at all. You have no playroom. You need to get it down and down square the first time you put sides together. But if you put a layer of glue down, you got a little working time. that mitered corner just tore on me. It didn't even come up all at once. That's funny. Totally negated what I wanted it to do. Sorry, I gotta stay on the green for you to see me. All right, so maybe I am gonna use my glue. Man. But I just want a little bit of wiggle room. A little bit of maneuvering, because the wet glue will take a second and you can like move things around if you have to. Whereas once that tape is down, it is down. It is not playing with you at all. All right. And like already. See? That's what I was thinking. Alright. A little wiggle room. Alright. Now we burnish it. Oh, and if you have bone folders, and if you don't have one of these Teflon ones, get a Teflon one. I love my bone folder. Look, I have a bone folder that I got when I was in an undergrad. I love that thing. That thing has the scars on it from being a bone folder that's been used since I was an undergrad. Is it up here? No, I thought maybe it was here for me to show you. This thing has got bangs and bruises, and it's just in rough shape. But it will leave marks. Oh, here it is. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at all the scrapes and marks, and it's got nicks out of it. And you can see it's actual bone. Like, look at that grain that you can see from all the dirt and stuff on it. And it's got glue and dye. I love this thing. I even love the slight curve in it because it's easy to do that with rather than one that's straight. But it will leave burnish marks. It will leave shiny spots on your paper. This will not. Teflon will not. You will not get those shiny spots. So there's a tip for you. You are welcome.
Swept by current, swallowed by wave. Take heed, they'll say, no, no, no need to get out. Just stay on a lovely holiday. Our love is easy lasting. Holiday so easy passing. Our love is easy lasting. Holiday so easy passing. Together we're an island, golden grains of sand.
I think there's one cover. And you know, if you wanted that pop art kind of look, like you could leave this, right? Like if you wanted that decorative look. Now I'm regretting this because I'm going to have to compete with that. But I am going to paint my cover. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Although, I wonder which, well, this is kind of a finished side. That'll probably, it doesn't matter. It won't matter. I'm overthinking it. I know, big shock. Me overthink something? Never.
Sand. You and me make one if you're counting on my hand. Take heed, they'll say, no, no, no need to get out. Just stay on a lovely holiday. Lovely holiday. Our love is easy lasting. Holiday
All right. There, my friends, are my front and back covers. And again, they're a little stiffer going this way. And right now they're soft because they're a little wet from the glue. But they're stiffer going this way than they are going this way. I hope I don't regret that decision. I don't think I will. I think I'll be happy I made it. Either way, any way you cut it, this is never going to be as strong as actual book board. So if you can get actual book board, I recommend it. This is a little thin. I usually get it a little thicker, but then it's harder to cut. So, you know, do it that way you will. This is just denser. This chipboard is just denser. But if you can afford it, I recommend getting this. But if not, I mean, this is a suitable alternative. This will work. I often will do some kind of thing on the front. I do this a lot. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like an indentation here, or then like a picture, or here I've got this little door. But I do this a lot. I might have a big enough piece of actual book board for that. But if I cut a window out of that, then there's a little vignette place. Maybe I'll do that. And then this will add some strength to that front cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll add some stiffness. So then I don't have to worry about it so much not being strong. See what I mean? Like, after you build it up, like, it gets stronger with just all the different layers that you put on it. I'll search for, like, the flattest spot and the less dinged up spot. And I'm going to mark this. Boo. Broke my lid. Alright. So there's that. There's how tall my spine needs to be. So if I do like 1.5 inches here. Oh, this ruler. It's just about had it. So 1.5 inches there. Okay, and then maybe 1 inch everywhere else.
Sacrifice. Oh, I paid the dearest price. And no shortcuts here for destiny. I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn. Lighting the fuse, let it burn. My time is rising, but you can't bring me down. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going. I ain't turning back around. Can't stop me. Can't stop me now. No, 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 no. Can't stop me now. This is the calm before the storm. You know what's coming, so be warned. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Though my feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going. I ain't turning back around. Can't stop me. Oh, yeah.
And there we go. There is our frame. And I might take, I got a little sandpaper block over here somewhere. Just clean up these edges a little bit.
You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Though my feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going and I'm turning back around. Can't stop me. Oh yeah, can't stop me now. No, 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 you can't stop me. You can't stop, no, you can't stop me. No, 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 you can't stop me now.
All right, my phone stopped recording for a minute, so I don't know how much we lost. We will see. But all I did was I sanded down the edges of the covers so that they are more square with each other. And now I'm going to glue this frame that I cut. Hopefully we have recording of that. So I'm just going to glue this on the front of my book cover. I'm going to, you know, kind of center it. That's pretty good. All right. So I'm going to let that dry. But there's my front and back cover. So again, I sanded them so that they would be more flush with one another. They're pretty close to perfect. There may be some slight imperfections, but they're pretty close. So front and back covers, we have the spine. Last thing to do on the spine is to cut it to size and then to install the bands. So let me move the covers aside and let me all right. There is my spine. Double check it. The height looks good. Looks good. Okay. Now we're going to build up the bands. Finally, building up the bands. And this is where we're just going to glue these down. This is where, so I'll show you the first layer and then I'm just going to do the second layer and I'll come back and it'll be done. So this is repetitious and this is already too long and I'm already going to have to figure out a way to edit this. So who knows when you'll see this video, but so I'm just going to put some glue on. And again, I want this to be, I don't want to use PVA because I don't want it to be that malleable, but I want it to be a little malleable. So I'm using wet glue instead of the, what you call it. And it's a little bit longer than the edges, but that's okay because we can trim this later if need be. All right, this is where the clips come into place. So we clip, and we clip. You just want to make sure that you're getting good adhesion. We clip, and we clip. All right, everything is making good contact. All right, so now I'm going to go to 3. Good contact everywhere. So now 2 needs to be in the middle. I always eyeball this. You could measure it out if you wanted to. Sometimes I'll go a little lower on the bottom so then I can tell which is top and which is bottom. Makes it more obvious, but it really doesn't matter. It's up to you. So I'm probably just going to eyeball this in the middle. I've done both. It doesn't matter. It's up to you and what you like and how you like it to look. And then I let it dry, and then I let that dry for a few minutes. After it's dry, I pull all the clips off, and I do it all over again. Do layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Usually, especially with this glue, you do want to watch for this. This is lifting a little bit in the center there. I didn't have it pulled down quite well enough. Make sure you've got good contact everywhere, as well as you can. Usually once 3 is done, 1 is dry enough that I'll pull these off and start doing 1. But I'm going to give this a minute. I'm going to shut the camera off and work on this. And then when I come back, it will be all done. And that's probably what I'm going to get done tonight. But then you'll see the spine and you'll see the covers and what they look like before they are covered and put together into a book. So I'll be right back.